You're watching 12 WKRC TV, a new generation of news. 12 News at 11 starts now.
Good evening, everybody. Former residents and community leaders are teaming up tonight to find a way to stop the city from spending nearly $14 million taxpayer dollars to rehab what used to be Cincinnati's largest housing project.
And the group may file a lawsuit claiming Cincinnati officials, local developers, and a federal agency worked together to shut down the Huntington Meadows apartment complex. 600 families were evicted from their homes in the Bond Hill complex last summer. As 12 News reporter Frank Graff tells us, live from City Hall, your tax money is at stake. Frank.
Kid, officials in City Hall are considering a proposal by two Bond Hill churches, Allen Temple and Tridestone Baptist, to develop the Huntington Meadows site. You might recall it sits right next to the Cincinnati Gardens. The churches want to put an upscale community there, some 300 houses and condos, and taxpayers would pick up most of the tab to do it. If filed, the lawsuit, officials say, could force some answers.
We should have stood up as a city at that point and said, stop. This is not going to happen to these people. They're being treated terribly, and we cannot allow that to happen.
Jim Klingman is haunted by what he didn't do whenever he drives by the ghost town that was Huntington Meadows. 8 months after hundreds of families were evicted, he vows to make what he views as a wrong a right.
I commend people for wanting to develop that property. It's great. But what happened before that? Let's not forget about that, and let's treat people fairly.
Klingman and former residents question why a $2 million offer from Budget Real Estate to buy the property and maintain it as affordable housing was rejected. The offer was made just before federal housing officials foreclosed on the complex, and, if accepted, the offer could have stopped the evictions.
Mismanagement, financial irresponsibility certainly was a contributing factor. The city of Cincinnati is clearly not receptive to affordable housing.
The group also questions whether upscale housing was planned for the site all along, and taxpayers would foot the bill to build it.
There were definitely some people involved in government that wanted these people to be evicted, and there was a lot of hardship that a lot of people went through as a result of what happened at Huntington Meadows, and my heart goes out to those people, and I hope that in some small way the courts can provide some redress for them.
When we began to hear that a faith-based initiative was driving this, it absolutely violates everything that Scripture teaches us.
Residents and their attorneys held a strategy session tonight about a possible lawsuit. A spokesperson for Tridestone Baptist denies any involvement in trying to force people out of the project. They say they want to develop the community and move it forward. The project received such a lukewarm reception, a mixed reception, I should say, at Council's Finance Committee on Monday. Council members want to hear more about the project at their upcoming meeting next Monday. We're live at City Hall. Back to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Frank.